My lord. So, Ludwig has made a video about Nadia. Moist Critical has made a video about Nadia. So many creators have made videos about Nadia. And specifically about the cheating scandal. Or scandal, as some might put it. Because the odds are nobody's going to ever know if Nadia is cheating, if she is not cheating, if she's using a VPN, an aimbot, or whatever. Frankly, I don't care. What I do care about is something that I found. Okay, an interesting trend line that I feel like maybe provides some semblance of an explanation. Some, modicum of reassurance or something when it comes to both Nadia and her success and just the overall landscape when it comes to Warzone. And specifically, I want to look at the vast disconnect between the Battle Royale for Warzone and the Resurgence mode for Warzone. Because it blows my mind. It blows my mind when when I was looking at this and I was like, it doesn't make sense. Why is it like this? Why would anything, why would it be like this? So, looking over at the screen here, this is Nadia. This is Nadia's Twitch or her COD tracker. You can go on codtracker.gg, look for this exact name here, or you can just type in Nadia COD tracker. That's how I did it. And lo and behold, brings up all of her games. It brings up every game that COD tracker can possibly track. So these stats over here are her Battle Royale stats, which are way fucking better than mine. I'll get to those because I want to use them as an example, as a little bit of an example piece here. Those are pretty good. We're focusing in on Resurgence. So as you'll notice, win rate jumps. KD, not quite as much in terms of just the overall KD ratio, which probably comes with a little bit of a difference in how the games are played. So, I mean, it makes sense. Nadia, very high win rate. She statistically wins 1 out of every 4 games that she plays. Actually, a little higher than that, which has led to her being in the top 1 or the top 0.1% of wins. And I mean, she's made steady progress. We can go to her seasons. She's been on the grind. In Vanguard, or when Vanguard was in, she was on the grind. Black Ops, she was on the grind. Maybe a little different in some of the KD ratios. However, one might be able to reason that the KD jump is more her becoming better, or maybe playing with better talent, who I mean I don't follow her enough to know if that's a case. Or for some it's the smoking gun that maybe she's cheating. How is it that somebody can magically go from a 1.94 to a 2.99 in the course of one season? I'm no judge, and she's made this jump a couple of times. We saw it with this. And again, we're looking at Resurgence. We saw her jump, an entire kill per game when it went from Black Ops to Vanguard. Maybe she was just getting used to it. And it also goes fucking really crazy when you get down to here. Although this one's a little inflated because it's not a whole lot, or there's only 2 matches. These ones are a little inflated because there are only 2 matches, but it's still, she does pretty well, or she's done pretty well. And she also has she has the Battle Royale kind of going for her as well. So it's not like it's not like she's a newcomer to the game, necessarily. It's not like she jumped in on the scene and was, on the thing. We can see that there's at least some evidence of a steady progression. Maybe a couple of jumps, maybe a couple of wacky jumps, but that's just the name of the game. And we can look at these things. Now, one of the things that I really want to kind of focus in on. One of the things that I like to focus in on is averages when it comes to when it comes to just games. I like to think of what is the average what is the average thing that is going to propel me forward. If I'm picking, I primarily play League. If I'm picking a champion, I'm not going to pick somebody who has a 44% win rate. Maybe they're god tier, and just the 44 or 60, whatever the percentage is just bad. Maybe 66% of the players are just bad with this champ, and 44% are where she should be. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know, because I'm not really in the space. But one of the things that I thought was super, super, super interesting is her lobby KD. Her KD, you will see over here, is a 3.22. And I'll just take the last 5 that she had. We have 1.07, 1.2, 1.03, 1.07, 1.08. These were her lobby KDs. We saw them go up as she won 2 games in a row, with pretty good kill margins. Also pretty good kill. I mean, overall, our team did pretty good, which, you know, you'd expect from somebody who plays Warzone a heck of a lot. And one of the things I didn't really dive into here and see if I can. One of the things that's interesting. Oh, I can't even look at. She doesn't even have any games. Fun thing, she doesn't even have any battle royale games that I can pull from her match placements. That's fun, but you know, whatever. I wanted to compare and contrast. So I went on Twitch. I typed in Warzone. I know Moist Critical was at the top. I know he's not on Nadia level. He's pretty good. I don't think he's on Nadia level. I think he's above Nadia. So we went to the second best. We went to Alex Zedra, who is a jump down. No offense to Alex, but she is a jump down. The KD nowhere near as high. She does have still a pretty freaking high win rate, but the KD not as high. Almost around half of what her. A little less than half of Nadia. But it's the same lobby. It's the same KDs. So either both of them are doing the same thing, or the more likely scenario, matchmaking is a little busted. But I was like, that can't be. So I went to 2 extremes. The people who I thought would be the best and myself, because I am not good. I am nowhere near where this was, and I'm going through. I went to the number 1 resurgence player in the world. Dam Kyuge, probably butchering that. Canadian Devil, more likely, who puts up a 4.42 54% win rate. Man is winning basically every other game. You can see on this streak, man pulled off a 4-win streak and then basically had a top 10. Basically was top 5 up until this game and this game when he didn't put up top 5 numbers. But he's fucking crazy. This dude's crazy. But you'll notice, look at these KDs. Look at these lobby KDs. They're higher than Nadia's. I mean, 1.2, 1.23. In some of these lesser games, you know, .88, 1.12, 1. I mean, they're low, or they're either a little higher, about the same as Nadia. So that got me thinking. No. There must be an explanation. There must be some explanation. And so I went to the streamer who I watch a lot, Digital Cursive, who I personally play with. You'll notice when I go over here, my last game, basically, I just play with Digital Cursive. And we win games. We go to Digital Cursive, he's also playing at the same lobbies. What the He's a lesser, or he's at a lower KD. We're at a lower KD, still high win rate. You know, not 20, not 1-4, but I mean, his win rate still puts him in the top 21% of everybody in the game. I mean, it's still crazy, but it's the same win rates. It just didn't make any sense. And then you roll over on my games, and it's the same win rates. Or it's the same. My win rate is lower. My KD is .75. I am not even in the freaking realm of this, and it's the same deal. Still in these KD lobbies. The only time, or like even when I was playing by myself in some of these lobbies, a couple months ago, like still, I'm playing either at the same KD, at the same lobbies, or I'm playing a little lower. I'm playing where theoretically I should be. I should be playing a bunch of people who are in this range, in this bottom 27% range. Which is just crazy. It's crazy because I didn't even mean to find this. I didn't even think that this would be a thing that I would find. That the smoking gun on the Nadia situation. How does Nadia win so many games? It's not that she's even having to try to get into easier lobbies. I mean, I know from experience that me and Digital Cursive do not get into these lobbies. We are not actively trying to get into dog water lobbies. And we're still playing in the same lobby range, in the same KD range, roughly, as Nadia. Who, by every metric, by wins, by a win percentage, by kills, by KD, by every metric, she beats us. Every metric. And yet, she's still better. And yet, there's a massive difference in the KD to win rate, or in the KD of herself to the KD of her lobbies. Maybe Warzone 2 fixes this. Maybe if they come out with a similar thing, because one of the things that I wanted to or that I didn't really touch on, I looked at Battle Royale. I looked at the BR mode. Okay? And the BR mode has the same problem. The Battle Royale mode, which is different in format to the Resurgence mode, still has this problem. Because I looked at the best. I went on leaderboards. I looked at the number one player when it comes to the Battle Royale, who is Windy City Rose, who you may or may not have heard of, depending on how familiar you are with the space, with this whole deal. Windy City crushes. He has a win rate that is the single highest percentage I have ever fucking seen. If you look at this win rate, this is a 915% win rate. I don't even know how you get up to 915% win rate. How is that even possible that you got up to a 915% win rate? He is winning. I mean, you look at these games. It'll just rattle off 4 wins in a row. Get a top 4, or top 5s. This man shits out top 5s. The last time he had a down game was this one, when he was about 3 weeks ago, and he had 112, and he went 112, and then went on and won 2 games. And this third, and then went on 3 games, third, all that stuff. And what you'll notice is his KD is freaking whack. It's whacker than anyone could possibly imagine. They're higher KD lobbies. They're above where everybody who I've mentioned is playing at. However, it's crazy. The odds are that this 17 KD is definitely leading everybody in the game. That there's a non-insignificant chance that this guy that Rose, that this guy or girl, Windy City Rose, is single-handedly destroying the entire landscape when it comes to Warzone and wins and everything else. By the way, this guy doesn't play Resurgence, dude. Only a .75 in Resurgence. Come on, man, get better. Funny, but I mean, this is crazy. It is completely and totally bonkers that this is an actual thing, that this is the actual reality that we live in. Anyways, goodbye. Have a good one.